A lesson in discretion, 7 secrets to keep to yourself. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled about 2 miles from a quiet monastery, there lived a 35-year-old man named David. He had once been known as the wealthiest individual in his community, always ready to lend a hand or a few dollars to anyone in need. Yet, despite his past generosity, David found his life falling apart. One day, when everything seemed too overwhelming to handle, he decided to visit Master Song, a 60-year-old Buddhist monk who was known for his wisdom and kind counsel. David walked the short distance, just over 2 miles, along a winding dirt road to reach the monastery. The sun had barely risen, casting a warm glow on the horizon. Upon arriving, David, tears in his eyes, approached Master Song and said, "Sir, please help me. I am deeply upset with my life and no longer know what to do." Master Song gently placed a hand on David's shoulder and replied, "My friend, tell me everything that troubles you." Taking a shaky breath, David began to recount his sorrowful tale. "I live in a nearby village. Not too long ago, I was the richest person there. I would lend money to anyone who asked, whether they needed a few dollars or a few hundred. But when it was time for them to return the money, everyone made excuses. Many never paid me back, and I incurred heavy losses. I got married a few years ago to a woman named Emily. I loved her deeply and never kept any secrets from her, whether about my past mistakes or my financial troubles. But Emily lost respect for me once she realized I wasn't as secure as I used to be. One day, after a terrible argument, she got angry that I asked our neighbors to mediate. She felt humiliated, packed her bags, and left me 6 months ago. People in the village seem to respect me in person, yet I've often heard they make fun of me behind my back. They take advantage of my kind nature and treat me like a fool. My business has been failing terribly, and now my wife is gone too. I feel lost. I don't know what to do." When David finished, he wept openly. His shoulders trembled as he recalled his hardships. Master Song waited patiently until the tears subsided, then spoke with deep compassion. "David, I see that you are a sincere and honest man. The trouble is that you trust people too readily and reveal matters that should remain unspoken. Today, I will teach you about 7 things you should never disclose to anyone. If you follow this advice, you can protect yourself from further sorrow and regain the respect you've lost." David wiped his tears and listened attentively, his heart open to every word. 1. Your sorrow and helplessness. Master Song began. "The first thing you must keep private is your sorrow and helplessness. It's true that sharing grief might feel comforting momentarily, but revealing your vulnerabilities to everyone can work against you. Loss of respect. People may view you as weak, and some might gossip about your struggles, mocking you behind your back. Obligations and expectations. If someone does decide to help, they might later expect an even bigger favor in return. If you can't fulfill that favor, they'll feel resentful. Exploited by enemies. If the wrong person hears about your problems, they'll use your weakness against you. That's why it's best to share such deep worries with only a trusted confidant, someone who truly cares for your well-being, or a spiritual guide. Otherwise, keep it to yourself and seek practical solutions on your own." Master Song added, "It's also wise to be cautious when lending money. Try to observe people's intentions before extending a helping hand. If you understand a person's character, you can better protect yourself from deceit and maintain your peace of mind." 2. Your past mistakes and future plans. Master Song paused, allowing David to reflect on the first lesson. Then he continued, "The second thing you should never reveal to others is your past mistakes and your future plans." Past mistakes. Sharing your past blunders doesn't fix them. Instead, it can tarnish your current reputation. People may keep bringing them up, doubting your abilities and judging you unfairly. Even if you have truly changed, many will still associate you with your old errors. Future plans. Revealing your goals might lead to two major problems: false praise and complacency. Friends or acquaintances may praise you for your ambitions, causing you to feel momentarily satisfied. This satisfaction can drain your motivation and commitment to actually achieve the goal. Jealousy and sabotage. Some will secretly hope you fail or try to create obstacles to keep your plans from succeeding. David, Master Song explained, "It's better to work quietly toward your dreams. Once you've accomplished them, you can share your success story. That way, no one can interfere with your progress, and you'll avoid unnecessary complications." 3. Your home affairs. Sighing softly, Master Song went on, "The third thing to keep private is your home affairs." Family conflicts. Minor disagreements happen in every household, between spouses, parents, siblings, or even extended family members. The details of these conflicts should never be aired in public, especially to people who have no genuine stake in resolving them. Gossip and exploitation. If an outsider learns of your domestic problems, they could use this information against you in the future. They might twist the facts or share them with others, causing your family further embarrassment. Relationships worsen. Once your family members discover you've been discussing private matters with strangers, they may feel betrayed, increasing tension in your home. Respect for one another, said the monk, starts with maintaining confidentiality about what goes on behind your own doors. You'll save yourself a lot of heartache if you solve family matters privately. 4. Your weaknesses and strengths. Master Song looked intently at David, who was nodding in understanding. "Fourth," he said, "never disclose your weaknesses and strengths." Why hide weaknesses? If someone knows exactly where you're vulnerable, they can manipulate or pressure you. Even a close companion could, in a moment of anger, use that knowledge to control or blackmail you. Why hide strengths? If people learn your strong points, they may devise ways to undermine them. Your advantages won't remain advantages for long if they're common knowledge. In marriage, Master Song added, even spouses should be cautious. While trust and honesty are crucial, broadcasting the specific vulnerabilities and strengths of your partner can lead to power imbalances in the relationship. Strive for balance and be mindful of what you reveal. 5. Your income and savings. David's eyes flickered with recognition at this point, for he had always been open about his finances. The fifth thing to keep quiet, the monk continued, is your income and savings. If you earn a lot, friends or relatives might become jealous, or they might constantly ask you for loans. When you agree, they could delay paying you back, rationalizing that you have more than enough anyway. This can erode friendships and family bonds. If you earn very little, people might look down on you or fail to respect you. They won't be willing to lend you money during tight times because they fear you can't pay them back. This again breeds conflict and damages your social standing. It's wiser, said Master Song, to keep your financial status discreet. That way you can maintain genuine relationships without money becoming a dividing factor. 6. Your humiliation. David swallowed hard, recalling specific moments when he had been embarrassed and had shared them with neighbors, only to be mocked later. Master Song said compassionately, "The sixth thing to never share is the story of your humiliation. Times when you were insulted or suffered a blow to your dignity." Permanent label. Once people know how you were humiliated, they may never let you forget it. They might bring it up at the worst possible moment, especially if they harbor any resentment against you. Hurtful reminders. Even loved ones may unintentionally or intentionally use your past humiliation in an argument, reopening old wounds. It's best, Master Song advised, to move on from such painful experiences without broadcasting them. Learn from them, grow stronger, and protect your self-respect by keeping those incidents private. 7. Your friends and enemies. Finally, Master Song addressed the 7th point. Never disclose the identities of your friends and enemies. Friends. If people know who your closest allies are, they can attempt to turn them against you, especially if they sense any friction or potential for conflict. Enemies. If enemies discover you're aware of their hostility, they might redouble their efforts to harm you. Or, if a friend becomes upset with you, they could join forces with your enemies to seek revenge. Relationships can be fragile, Master Song concluded, and revealing who stands with you or against you can create vulnerabilities. Keep this information to yourself, and people won't be able to manipulate your social circle so easily. A new resolve. As Master Song finished speaking, David's eyes brimmed with tears, not of despair this time, but of understanding and regret. He realized just how much trouble he had brought upon himself by sharing all of his secrets so freely. Master Song, David murmured, bowing respectfully, I cannot thank you enough. I see now the damage my innocence has caused. I've been taken advantage of and ridiculed because I laid bare my deepest thoughts and worries to everyone. With renewed determination, David promised himself that he would guard these 7 truths closely. He resolved never again to repeat the mistake of disclosing his hardships, mistakes, family affairs, weaknesses, strengths, finances, humiliations, and personal alliances. Master Song gave him a gentle smile. Go in peace, David. Focus on your own path and trust the lessons you've learned. You will find that life becomes more peaceful, and respect will return to you in time. David thanked the monk profusely, bowing one last time before leaving the monastery. As he walked the 2 miles back to his village, he felt a weight lifting from his heart. Hope flickered in his mind. The hope that by exercising discretion and wisdom, he would rebuild his life and regain the esteem he had lost. In summary, these 7 sensitive matters: your sorrow, past mistakes, future plans, home affairs, weaknesses, strengths, financial status, humiliations, and the identities of your friends and enemies can become weapons if the wrong people discover them. By safeguarding this information, you can lead a more secure, content, and respected life. If you, like David, learn to keep these private matters to yourself, you'll find that not only do your troubles diminish, but your sense of self-worth and the respect of others grow. The path to wisdom and peace is often as simple as knowing when to remain silent.